Really bad news for the Clintons, even major liberal news outlet says it's curtains. There is more bad news for former President Bill Clinton and his wife, Secretary Hillary Clinton. And you know it is dire when even the New York Times writes it's curtains for the Clintons. In the 27 years I've covered Bill and Hillary, I've experienced a range of emotions. They've dazzled me and they've disgusted me. But now they're mystifying me. I'm looking around Scotiabank Arena, the home of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it's a depressing sight. It's two for the price of one in half the arena. The hockey rink is half curtained off, but even with that, organizers are scrambling at the last minute to cordon off more sections behind thick black curtains, they say due to a lack of sales. I paid 177 weeks in advance. I passed on the pricey meet and greet option. On the day of the event, some unsold tickets are slashed to single digits. I get reassigned to another section as the Clintons' audience space shrinks. But even with all the hurting, I'm still looking at large swaths of empty seats and I cringe at the thought that the Clintons will look out and see that, too. It was only 4 years ago, after all, that Canadians were clamoring to buy tickets to see the woman who seemed headed for history. It's a sad contrast with the sold-out Boffo book tour of Michelle Obama, who's getting a lot more personal for the premium prices. But introspection has never been within the Clintons' range. Are the Clintons done? I can't fathom why the Clintons would make like aging rock stars and go on a tour of Canada and the US at a moment when Democrats are hoping to break the stranglehold of their cloistered, superannuated leadership and exult in a mosaic of exciting new faces. What is the point? It's not inspirational. It's not for charity. They're not raising awareness about a cause, like Al Gore with global warming. They're only raising awareness about the Clintons. It can't be the money at this point. Have they even spent all the Goldman gold yet? Do they want to swim in their cash like Scrooge McDuck? The Clintons' tin cup is worthy of the Smithsonian. They hoovered more than $2 billion in contributions to their campaigns, foundation and philanthropies. After the White House, the money grubbing raged on, with the Clintons making over 700 speeches in a 15-year period, blithely unconcerned with any appearance of avarice or of shady special interests and foreign countries buying influence. They stockpiled a whopping $240 million. Even leading up to her 2016 presidential run, Hillary was packing in the speeches, talking to the Institute of Scrap Recycling Industries, the American Camp Association, eBay, and there was that infamous trifecta of speeches for Goldman Sachs worth $675,000. What scares me the most is Hillary's smug certainty of her own virtue as she has become greedy, and how typical that is of so many chic liberals who seem unaware of their own greed. Charlie Peters, the legendary liberal former editor of the Washington Monthly, told me. They don't really face the complicity of what's happened to the world, how selfish we've become, and the horrible damage of screwing the workers and causing this resentment that the Republicans found a way of tapping into. He ruefully worries about the Obamas in this regard, too. Indeed, in the era of Trump, greed is not only good. It's grand. The stock market is our highest value. Mammonism rules. But watching the Clintons hash over their well-worn tale of falling in love at Yale Law School, I realize that it's not only about the money. Some in Clinton world say Hillary fully intends to be the nominee. Once more, in Toronto, she didn't rule it out, dodging the question with a lame joke. She carries herself with the air of a president in exile. Her consigliere, Philippe Reines, has prodded reporters on including her name when they write about 2020 candidates. And Bill has given monologues to old friends about how Hillary knows how she'd have to run in 2020, that she couldn't have a big staff and would just speak her mind and not focus group everything. That already sounds focus grouped. Facebook has greatly reduced the distribution of our stories in our readers' newsfeeds and is instead promoting mainstream media sources. When you share to your friends, however, you greatly help distribute our content. Please take a moment and consider sharing this article with your friends and family. Thank you.